How will these cues impact our own markets? We have a research team joining in to tell you just that. What is the trade setup looking like? The stocks that are likely to be in the news and the action from the F&O space as well. Hey guys, a very good morning and happy Monday to all of you. Hormaz, let me come across to you first up. What is the market setup looking like today?
Good morning, Sonal. It does not look like a very happy Monday for the bulls, though, as the GIFT Nifty is indicating a pretty gap-down start for our own markets of around 150 points. But the important levels, of course, the 24,500 level on the Nifty is the important one to watch out for ahead of the budget presentation tomorrow. But it does not look like that this level is going to be sustained on open, at least this morning. And that 24,500 is very key because it was Friday's low, it was Thursday's low, and last Friday's close. All of that comes up to around a similar level of around 24,500. Now you keep out on the broader markets as well, because they were the ones that felt a greater pain on Friday, with almost 90 stocks each on both the mid-cap and the small-cap indexes ended lower on Friday. So we'll keep an eye out on whether this pain continues in today's session as well. The bigger drags in the broader markets came from the metals pack, the realty index, the auto index. Almost every sectoral index barring IT ended lower on Friday, with cuts of anywhere between 1 to 3%. But a lot of how the Nifty moves today will depend upon how two of its biggest index constituents will react to results, being Reliance Industries and HDFC Bank, and how the market reacts to their numbers. And that reaction will also be key to see how the Nifty moves, regardless of how the GIFT Nifty is indicating this morning. The Nifty Bank will also be in focus because a lot of banking stocks will react to results. Kotak Bank, Yes Bank, RBL Bank, all of them react to results that came out on Saturday, and a lot of PSU banks reporting results today as well. So you'll keep an eye out on that. We'll also keep an eye out on Wipro, as the ADR after its results ended 11.5% lower on Friday. So keep an eye out on that reaction as well. A lot of other earnings reported today: Cyient, DLM, Coforge, Suzlon. We'll keep an eye out on Coforge as well because of the earnings miss from Persistent and the reaction to that. We'll see if that has some effect on Coforge as well. As you mentioned, the US markets had a pretty bad session on Friday as well. Weekly losses for the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq, and the GIFT Nifty, of course, is suggesting a pretty gap down start of most of around 140 points as we speak for our own markets.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Hormaz. So those are the market cues, but a lot of stocks that will be on our radar today. Sudarshan has that list. Good morning, Sudarshan.
Morning, so Nifty companies with a weightage of almost 25% have reported earnings over the weekend. So we'll start with Reliance Industries. It was a steady set of earnings. Telecom and retail businesses have reported healthy growth. O2C biz was low due to weak macros. Overall revenue has risen 12%. EBITDA was up 1% year-on-year. HDFC Bank NI and profit were higher than estimates. NI has risen 2.6% sequentially to 29,837 crore. Gross NPA has risen 6%, and net NPA was up 17% sequentially. Kotak Mahindra Bank, NIM has fallen 26 bips sequentially to 5%. NI has risen 10%. Profit was up 81% year-on-year. JSW Steel revenue was higher than estimates, while margin has missed estimates. India's standalone EBITDA per ton has come in at rupees 8,399 against poll of rupees 8,116. International business, though, remains a drag. EBITDA has fallen 91% year-on-year. Wipro, it was a weak Q1, and when guidance for Q2 is muted. Constant currency revenue has slipped 1% versus estimate of flat growth, and Q2 revenue growth guidance is at -1% to +1%. JK Cement headline numbers have come in higher than estimates. Realizations were weak while volumes were up 6% year-on-year. EBITDA has risen 19% and margin was up 250 basis. For other companies which have reported good earnings were ICICI Lombard, RBL Bank, Indian Hotels, Oberoi Realty, JSW Energy, Yes Bank, Tejas Networks, RPG Life, Patanjali Foods, Transact, and Supreme Petrochem. And companies which have reported weak earnings were Canfin Homes, PVR Inox, Root Mobile, Credit Access, Union Bank, and Poonawalla Fin.
That is a long list, Sudarshan. Thank you so much for joining us with that. Finally, let me go across to Mangalam. He's joining in with all the cues from the F&O space this morning. Morning, Mangalam.
Good morning. So, on Friday, we saw a wave of profit booking across the board, the Nifty Bank, as well as the broader market. So, if you look at the Nifty, mid-cap index, it was down by 2%. And that was telling you because there was some nervousness in the market, because if you look at the advanced decline as well, there was a lot of stocks which were declining versus the stocks which were advancing. So 2,000 stocks in the red for just about 365 in the green itself. But even amidst that profit booking, the Nifty did not break the low of 24,500 thereabouts on Friday's trading session. But now turns out that the GIFT Nifty is indicating a much lower start. What happens thereafter would be a function of what these three stocks do. These three stocks, by that I mean Reliance, HDFC Bank and Kotak Bank, because Reliance, of course, reported numbers, Kotak Bank and HDFC Bank as well, and all of them put together have about 25% weight on the index. Another thing to track also will be the way the IT index behaves, because there was a wave of profit booking from the highs on the IT index as well. Infosys ended mildly in the green, but then again, Wipro ADR saw a near 10% cut. Key triggers this week, of course, we will watch out for the budget tomorrow. There is the July series expiry, and there is a lot of clamor for some sort of clampdown on F&O trading. So to that extent, it will be important. The FI sold about 2,000 crores in index futures. 23,000 long contracts were unwound, 8,000 short contracts were added, and now their net contracts are 3.58 lakh. Remember, at the peak, it was close to around 3.9 lakh itself. On the way down, that will be the more important thing to watch out for today. 24,500 put has been extremely active, and a premium of 220 rupees telling you that 24,300 would be the first leg of support for the index. Just watch out for a couple of stocks. Balrampur Chini has entered F&O ban, and we have GNFC and RBL Bank exiting F&O ban. So those are a couple of stocks that we'll watch out for.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Mangdam, for that. And thank you guys for joining us and prepping us up for this trading day ahead.